recently, I started working third shift at a drug company. I work from 21:30 to 07:30, along with 4 other people in my department, and then about 10 to 20 others scattered about campus. We all have to badge in and out of buildings, as well badge into special access areas. My department is one of those. You're issued keys in my department to get into locked temperature chambers. Campus refers to multiple buildings, spread out along the street, with 2 buildings being across the street. There's one final building 0.7 miles from main campus we have to visit regularly. During the night, there's hired out security that comes through and does rounds. Most of them are nice guys, mostly quiet but overall not creepy. When I first started, it took me a week to really adjust to working 10 hours overnight, and I shook off the weird things as just being exhausted. But on my second night, as I was in a chamber, I swore I saw someone walking by out of the corner of my eye. There's a tiny window to look in from, and when I ran out of the chamber, the small area outside was empty. No one besides my group could have been there. I shook it off as my mind playing tricks on me. That same night, I thought I heard weird knocking on our department door. Our office area is completely closed off from the rest of the building it's in, with a window area we rarely open. It was me, and one other person, when I heard the knocking. It wasn't the cleaning crew, since they had left. No one was around when I looked. After that first week, there was a night where it rained. We have to routinely walk outside to go between buildings, so I was walking with an umbrella when I saw a security guard standing just off campus, smoking in the pouring down rain. No umbrella. Completely getting drenched. He looked at me and just stared as I walked away. Later that week, I had to go work in one of the controlled areas. To get in, you have to disarm the alarm. When I walked up to the room, the lights were on, which was typical as we'd been in it earlier, and as I opened the panel to insert the code, I thought I saw something moving in the room, which would have been impossible. I stood there for a moment waiting for something to happen, before punching in the code and getting into the room. It was empty as I had suspected. Later, as I sat doing my work with a view of the doors leading to the hallway, the security guard I'd seen standing in the rain walked by slowly, spending far too long looking into where I was. It's one of the rooms they don't have access to, as it's all controlled substances. When I made contact with him, he walked on. The next week, I was in the building 0.7 miles away by myself. It's an old warehouse converted into office spaces and work areas, with a couple chambers. I was in the chamber area, which is isolated from the offices, when I heard a door close. I looked around, and didn't see anyone in my area. I walked into the office areas and didn't hear anything. When I looked outside, I thought I saw the tail end of a car driving away, but I couldn't have been sure. The last time I saw the creepy security guard was later that week, when I was walking between buildings on campus. He was standing up in the windows of one building, looking out across the area. I could feel his eyes watching me. He's since been fired, and everything semi-creepy that was happening has stopped. I still get weirdly paranoid in chambers, but no mysterious knocking, no doors closing, no eyes on my back. Others say he was queer to them too. Maybe night security wasn't a good fit for him.